Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing a new foundation. Well, it's not really a new foundation, but it's the newest foundation in this particular brand's line, and that is this guy right here. So this is the Revlon PhotoReady Candid Natural Finish Anti-Pollution Foundation. I'm really okay, it's been a while since I've tried a Revlon foundation, and I've only tried two Revlon foundations, and the first one being the first ever foundation that I've ever tried, period, was the Revlon Color Stay. And then the second foundation from Revlon that I tried was the Revlon Cover FX or whatever it was called foundation. And to be honest, guys, that foundation, even though in the moment I really liked it, looking back on it now, I'm like, that foundation really did not look that great at all. Definitely I still have that video up on my channel just because, we're learning, we're growing, things like that, we learn and grow every day. So I like to keep up my older videos on my channel so that I can see where I was and where I am now. I'm going to be testing out this new foundation. They have a whopping 31 shades. We will talk about the shade range more later in the video. But yeah, guys, I'm going to be definitely doing a wear test. You guys already know I don't prep my skin for these foundation review videos just because I like to see how the foundation acts on its own based on the claims that it has compared to my skin, which if you guys don't already know, I have a combination oily skin. So let's go ahead and talk about the claims that this foundation has. So this foundation claims to be a mildable, is that a new word? Mildable, medium to buildable coverage. It also claims to have a natural finish. It has no harsh ingredients. It's anti-pollution, antioxidant, anti-blue light, and also oil-free. So that is definitely a lot of good things as far as its anti-pollution claims. So let's go ahead and start applying this. I have the shade in 550 Mocha. I believe this is the second to last shade. So I'm just gonna take 2 pumps on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to start applying it with a Real Techniques foundation brush. And then I'm just gonna start in the center and just blend it out. Initially, as far as the smell goes, it doesn't have a smell whatsoever. On the website, it did say that it applies literally just like a moisturizer, and I can definitely tell what they meant by that. It is blending out pretty smoothly, and it feels really lightweight, so that's definitely a good thing. This is 2 pumps blended out on my face, so blending it right out with the 2 pumps is definitely like a sheer coverage right now. I would consider this a sheer coverage. So let's see if we can build it up a little bit more to kind of at least get medium coverage. You guys know I'm not like a super full coverage type of person, so this coverage doesn't bother me whatsoever. But for somebody who has a desire to have that medium to buildable full coverage, that people who like super full coverage, so far I'm getting that you may not like this product. So I'm just going to build this up a little bit more. So I have the foundation all blended out right now, and I'm looking into mirrors, and I'm also looking at the camera right now. It definitely looks really good on camera. It looks really natural. It has a nice natural finish. It's not too matte, it's not too dewy, just smack that in the middle, which is what I like. As far as the coverage goes, it's definitely, in my opinion, it's sheer to buildable medium coverage. Alright guys, so this is the foundation on my face. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go throughout the rest of my day, see how the foundation wears. So far it looks pretty decent, and then of course, like I said, we will talk about the shade range and the price and everything like that towards the end of the video. But yeah, guys, I will see you guys later today and do a couple of check-ins. Hey guys, so this is my first check-in. I am currently on my lunch break right now at my job, and so far the foundation is holding up pretty well. Of course, because I didn't wear a primer or anything like that, it is kind of slightly falling into my expression lines that I have here, but that's to be expected. But I am, honestly, the foundation is growing on me a little bit. In the beginning, I was kind of like, okay, I'm not really feeling this, like, as far as the color goes. Like, when I first applied, I was like, okay, this looks kind of like a bit off. Like, it almost had, like, pretty much kind of how the Revlon FX foundation did on me, where it was kind of like, it was the right shade, but like the tone of it was kind of like slightly gray, or like kind of like too neutral. But in this case, it kind of like warmed up a little bit, I guess, as it's kind of set on my skin. So far I'm liking the foundation. I have gotten a few compliments from the people that I work with, saying that, oh, your skin looks good today, you know, what are you wearing, things like that. So I'm gonna do another check-in probably a couple of hours from now, pretty much at the end of my work day, and I will let you guys know more then. Alright, so I'm gonna go pretty much get off of my break and head back into work. Hey guys, so this is my second check-in of the day. I originally put on the foundation at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and it is now 9 o'clock in the evening. And my first check-in, I believe I checked in around like 4 o'clock or something like that. But yeah, anyway, yeah, so the foundation is literally, like, it's sitting pretty well on my skin. Now, as far as my oiliness goes, I'm definitely getting a little bit oily in the T-zone area, specifically on my nose here. Everywhere else looks pretty decent. And so far, like, even though I did say earlier, like, the foundation was kind of going into my expression lines on my forehead, it hasn't exactly, how should I say it, they don't look exaggerated, and they haven't like completely sunken in there. So I'm definitely impressed by that. So I will catch you guys in a bit. Hey guys, so I am back, and it is now 11:36 at night. So we are at the 9-hour mark as far as reviewing this foundation right here. Again, this is the Revlon Candid FhotoReady Foundation. So here are my final thoughts on the foundation. So let's talk about a couple of things. So the foundation, throughout the day, it wore pretty decently with no primer, no setting, things like that. And usually when I am working, because I work, there's usually steam going in and around my face and things like that. So this foundation definitely held up to that. Now, it did kind of fall into my expression lines that I have on my forehead just a little bit, but it is not as bad as other foundations. So other foundations that I've tried, which that is definitely a good thing. Of course, I am shiny in my T-zone area, but everywhere else looks pretty, like it still has that natural finish. I strongly and firmly say that I think this foundation is definitely more so on the sheer side to like a standard medium coverage. You could potentially build this up to a more fuller coverage foundation, but in my opinion, if you were to do that, it may become a little bit cakey looking. So definitely, I won't say build this up with caution, but I would say, you know, make sure applying light layers so you can get that flawless skin finish. Next thing, let's definitely talk about the color. So the color that I picked up again was 550 Mocha. Now, as far as the color goes, this is a color that I can definitely work with. It definitely reminds me of what most Revlon foundations do on me, where it's like the actual depth, like the actual like darkness of the foundation is pretty spot on, but like there's always that slight, like a very slight sort of pinkness to it, like very slight, like pink, and like it throws me off a little bit, but it's definitely workable as long as I of course balance everything out with other products. But again, this is 2019 now, and we, you know, who has time to adjust a shade to make it work for them? We don't have time to make it work. So it definitely, you know, it's not a bad match, but it's just a little bit off. Now, as far as the shade range as a whole, again, there is 31 shades, and honestly, the shade range, in my opinion, definitely needs a lot of work, considering the fact that this is the second, well, at least the second to the last shade listed on the website. And why I'm mentioning that is because on the website, and I'll try to put like a diagram somewhere up and through here, like they have like, of course, the light shades and they have the medium shades, and then like there's kind of a few like darker shades kind of trickled like within the medium shades, and even looking at the lighter shades as well, it's kind of like the shades are kind of all over the place, with like the lightest shade, like the very lightest shade being the first shade and the very darkest shade being the last shade, and everything else is kind of like all over the place. So if you're looking to get this foundation, I definitely say don't buy it online. Definitely, if you have a drugstore by you that has testers, definitely test it out. I would say this foundation is kind of like a, like it's a, like it's a decent foundation. It's not horrible, but it's not like blowing me away either. Like it's just kind of like one of those foundations that I'm going to wear it because I have it, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to like pick it up. But would I repurchase it if I didn't already have like a ton of other foundations? Then yeah, I would probably repurchase it just because it's a decent foundation. But again, I have better foundations that I, you know, like, so I'm definitely, you know, I definitely wouldn't necessarily repurchase this. But yeah, guys, if you like this video and this review, definitely give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you aren't subscribed. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I do upload my videos. I upload my videos Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 3 p.m. every single day. That is Central Standard Time. But yeah, guys, I will catch you guys later in another video.